This morning I'm at Mill Creek Falls Nature Preserve in York County, and I'm going to be hiking hopefully out to the Mill Creek Falls. And I have orange on today because there is archery hunting in this area. I'm not sure of the season, so just to be on the safe side, I'm going to be wearing my orange hat. To learn more about safety when you're out and about during hunting season, whether you're hiking or bird watching or biking, be sure to check out a video from my friend Sarah at Hiking Outdoor Family. She goes into a lot more details on how to be out and about safely during hunting season. So I'll put a link to her video in the description section of this video. This is a universally accessible trail that we're going to go first. It's just an out and back, less than a mile. But to the left is the red trail, and that'll take us down to the Mill Creek Falls. So we'll come back and check that out after we do the universally accessible trail. It's a beautiful fall morning. It's 44 degrees and it's very clear, so hopefully we'll see some wildlife. Towards the end of the trail, there's a loop. They call this a lollipop trail because it looks like a lollipop on a stick. So we're going to go ahead and go to the right and do this loop. Back to the end of the trail, or I should say the beginning of the trail, I heard some woodpeckers but didn't really see any wildlife. So I'm going to check out the red trail. That'll lead us down to Mill Creek Falls, and so hopefully we'll see some wildlife along this route. Since there are so many leaves on the trail, it might be hard at times to see the trail, so be sure to look for the red blaze on the trees along the trail so you don't end up off of the trail. It's important to stay on the trail. Just wanted to mention, when there are a lot of leaves on the ground, you're going to make a lot of noise as you're walking, so it's good to stop ever so often so you can listen and watch for wildlife. Just saw a few gray squirrels, eastern gray squirrels, running across the path up ahead. So it's just good to stop, look, and listen. I heard something scurrying in front of me, and this little eastern chipmunk ran across the path. Standing here looking at each other. It's the part of the trail that's following along the creek. So there'll be some small waterfalls along here before we get to the main waterfall. It's very peaceful. This part of the trail requires you to cross over the creek, so I'm going to go ahead and go through down there. There's a lot of rocks to cross on. Looks safe enough. Even if you turn around at this point, it's good to come down to the water. It's a really pretty view of the waterfalls, the smaller waterfalls. I made it across safely. There were enough rocks to step on. I didn't even get wet. When it's warmer months, I'm sure it'd be nice to get a little wet. So I'm going to continue up the trail. So after crossing the creek, you're on the Mason-Dixon Trail. It's blazed with blue. Part of it goes to the left, and then another section goes to the right. So if you're returning, look for the red arrow across the creek. That'll show you which way to go for the red trail. So I'm going to follow it to the right to go down to the larger falls. There's another small falls right here. Just going to capture some of the smaller falls along the way. It's so peaceful. We're coming up to the largest falls. It's 25 feet high, so it's not really large, but it is the largest one along this creek. There's a bench along this trail, so it's a nice spot to sit down. And see the falls. Fortunately, a lot of the trees have dropped their leaves, so the view is very clear. If you were to continue on this trail, in a little ways it leads right out onto River Road, or McCalls Ferry Road, right along the Susquehanna River. But I'm going to turn around and go back the way I came. I'm safely back across the creek and going to continue on the red trail back to the parking area. Hopefully I'll see some wildlife on the way back through now that the sun is up higher. Although I didn't see a lot of wildlife today, it sure was a beautiful day to be out on the trail. I hope you enjoyed tagging along with me, and I will put a link for this preserve in the description section in case you're able to check it out yourself. Thanks for watching.